how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Let's see if I can get it together pretty quick. So I have these little notebooks. I bought these on Amazon. They came in like I think a 6-pack. And I wanted to try something new. I saw something the other day that I thought was fun with fabric and attaching fabric to a notebook, okay? Now, they did it a little bit different, okay? It was not decoupage, but I was thinking, why can't it be? So we're going to try it, okay? I don't know if this is going to work. I think it will, okay? I'm going to assume that it's going to work. And usually if I assume something, then it helps me. Anyway, hi Terry, how are you? Welcome. Keyword is set up. It's the word kind. We're going to use this transfer. It's called Humble and Kind. It has 3 different designs on it. This is a size G transfer. Okay, these are different. They're the 6x18 ones. They just started coming out with those, I don't know, recently. Like within the last, I don't know, 8 months or so. You've seen them. Okay, we're going to start with our empty notebook. So this one is just regular lined paper inside, but I thought these would be fun little gifts. In fact, my little niece's birthday is coming up, and I thought that she would absolutely love this. She is definitely somebody that likes to write in notebooks all the time. Every time I see her, she's got a different spiral notebook. So I thought maybe this would be a fun little diary for her. So I'm going to start by putting down some Mod Podge, okay? And I'm going to do kind of a thick-ish layer of Mod Podge here. I also have a scrap of fabric that I think I got on Amazon. I bought like a bunch of different random pieces of fabric, and I thought this one was perfect. I also have some ribbons and some other little embellishments to go with this. Now, just grabbing Mod Podge and putting it on here generously. I want to go all the way to the edges of the notebook. I'm not going to cover up the spine, okay, because I like this little pink spine. Now, the notebooks that I got, there's like 6 different colors, so it would be perfect for any person or kid. This would be a really fun Valentine's craft to do. If you're trying to figure out gifts for people for Valentine's Day, this one would be really fun. I love a notebook. I told y'all the other night, though, I'm always afraid of notebooks because I'm afraid I'm going to mess them up. So, like, it's hard for me to actually write in a notebook because I do lists and other things like that, notes for work, and I hate having ugly pages. And my handwriting's not always great. Sometimes I'm striking through things. I'm writing a bunch of stuff all over the place. And so I'm not good at notebooks, but I love them. Hi, Sylvia. Hey, Joni. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? All right, so I have my Mod Podge down. Now I'm going to go ahead and dry this really quick with my little dryer. And I want it to be completely dry. Okay, I have my little handheld heat press warming up over here, but I want to dry my Mod Podge completely. We're going to treat this just like a regular decoupage project that you would use paper on. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to work. I assume it will. Okay, but we're going to test it out and figure it out together. If it doesn't work, then it'll be a flop and it'll be fine. I'll grab another notebook and we'll do this project anyways, and we'll pretend like it wasn't a giant flop, okay? But I think it's going to work great. So I'm going to try and have a little bit of faith in myself. Hey, Rainy! I haven't seen you in forever. Alright, so make sure that your Mod Podge is completely dry. I still have a couple of pieces that are not quite dry down here. So I want to make sure, and I personally prefer the matte Mod Podge, but you could use the glossy or matte, whatever you prefer. You can actually buy it even at Dollar Tree now. They have the small bottles, which I really like for whenever I travel and I do projects whenever I'm traveling and I need a decent glue. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to try and line this up over here. Now, I'm using the straight edge. It looks pretty straight to me against that. Now, there's a little bit of a line there, which is okay, along that seam, because I'm gonna put some ribbon over here in a minute to kind of cover up that seam. Okay, I am gonna use my heat pad thing and oops, get that lined up as best as I can. I don't want to go too far over that, but I feel like I can cover it up decently with my with the ribbon that I'm going to use. Now, I did pull out parchment paper, but I'm not even using it. And obviously, if you have a crease in your fabric, you want to press it out first. Okay, make sure that you do that so that you get a nice, freshly pressed piece of fabric. But this fabric that I got, I think I got these on Amazon. It came in there's a bunch of different prints. This one was just one of the many cute little prints that came in that bundle. And I really like it for random stuff. It would be also fun to make a little blanket or something with that fabric. And because it's all random and different. So I like sewing. I like to think I'm good at sewing too, but then I see my mom's sewing projects and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not good at sewing. Okay? Not at all. I was going to be done, but... So I have this on number 2 heat, okay, like medium. And I'm just making sure that I press it really, really well, okay, throughout. And then it appears to be stuck on here. So that's good news. Now, I can repress it again if I need to here in a second, but I'm going to fold this open. Oops. Well, that first page is also pressed on here, so that's fine. It's whatever. Now, I'm going to fold it open, and I have my little fabric cutter thing here. Okay, 2 surgeries. Oh my gosh, Rainy. Well, I'll be thinking about you, my friend. I hope you feel better soon. Now, I'm going to go along here and trim that fabric off. I should have probably used a different mat for this, but it's fine. I just wanted to have like the straightest edge possible, and I'm not great cutting a straight line with scissors, so I figured that this would probably work the best. And then I can always trim any extra pieces with my fabric scissors, okay? Now, I don't know if you're going to love this project. I think I'm going to, though. I'm really excited about it. And this fabric was just perfect for my little niece. Alright, I'm going to have to trim this side with my scissors when up closer here. But I think that's pretty good so far. Alright, and then... Oops. There we go. And then we can come back here in just a second and repress this to make sure that it's pressed down really well. Now, if you're better than me at crafts, which most of you are, you could probably pre-cut this, okay, and not have to trim it off, but I can't be doing that. Now, let me close that before I cut myself with it because it's extremely sharp. Now, I'm going to press it one more time along the edges and just make sure that I have a really good pressed edge. Now, you could maybe go back over this with Mod Podge again. I don't really think I'm going to do that. But that's my book so far. Okay. Oh my gosh, Rainy. Well, I'm glad you're taking care of yourself, but my gosh. Okay. And then, all right. Now, sorry, I just had one little thread that was irritating me. Then I pulled out this ribbon right here, and I was thinking I could use this ribbon, and I love this ribbon. Oh my gosh. So I am going to use that, and I'm going to trim it a tiny bit short. So that I don't have any overhang. Oh my gosh, this is super cute, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. Now, I was thinking I could use Stick Fast on this. I don't know if I should. Maybe I should just go with Mod Podge and call it good. Continue with what I know works. We'll do that. Okay. And then dry it, of course, and then we'll press it again. Press the ribbon on. So this one, I think this is a 12 by 12. I got it on Amazon. I can send you the link if you want it. I like that one. It's not too big. And it works for basically everything I need it for. So doing this along the seam, I think, will help make sure that that's sealed too. Now, the girl that I was watching on the internet the other day do a project like this, she used some kind of bond paper or something that's a heat activated bond paper, and I'm thinking, I'm not buying that. Okay. I didn't even know what to look for on the internet to order that. And so I thought, well, I could just use Mod Podge and do decoupage, and it'll probably work the same. And here we are. So that's my thoughts on that. Most of the time I think to myself, I'm not buying that. And then I don't. And then I do a project, and it sometimes works out for me. All right. Press this bad boy on here. And make sure it's sealed really good. Okay. That's perfect, you guys. And then I have many things here. Okay. I have this one too, and I thought it would be kind of fun to add this other secondary little ribbon on here. It's like a, I don't even know what this is. It's like a jute, that. Okay. I don't know what this is. I got it in a pack of different jute ribbons, and I thought, okay, let's add some depth to this. So once again, with the Mod Podge right on top of my other ribbon, and this I think will help seal this other ribbon too. So if I didn't Mod Podge it perfectly underneath there, then not to worry, because we're gonna do it now. I'm loving this even more and more. Maybe I'm going to have to make a second one for my niece, because I might need to use this one for myself. Alright. And if Ivy sees this, she's going to try and steal it from me, so I got to hide it from her. Alright. I'm going to try and press this in parts. Hopefully, I don't know if this is going to press on here very well. Oh, it is. Y'all, this is exciting. Okay, I don't know about you, but when I have something that actually comes together the way that my brain said it was going to, I get real pumped about it. And here I am, creating things that are really cute and fun and different with a couple of dollars worth of materials. Okay, so that worked really well. So if you want to try Mod Podging ribbon or whatever onto your project, you can do that. Now, I also have I have these little pearls too that I was thinking might be fun, but I also have, I have a piece of jute here too to make a little bow. And I don't have my hot glue gun heated up, so maybe I should do that and save this little bow for last. Let that thing heat up while we do the rest of this project. Give this little bow a haircut. Okay, so there's my little bow. So I was thinking the bow can go on there somewhere. Now let me just do the thing. I think this is probably dead. So do the good old switcheroo and get the battery. Hey Wanda, how are you? All right, there's that. Let that heat up, and here's our little book so far. I like these little pearls. These were in, I don't know if they're still in my shop or not, on the Chalk website, but these are the adhesive pearls that were on the website a while back. They may or may not be there now. Anyway, I'm going to do my transfer first, and then we can come back with that. So I'm going to use the Always Be Humble and Kind part of this transfer on this front of this book, right in the middle. And I want to be real careful around that edge because it's just barely. I could have moved it over a little, I guess, but did I? No, I didn't. And this is Shimmer Shadow, of course, because I love glitter, and I'm pretty sure my niece loves glitter too, so it'll be perfect. Plus, I love black too, so black is my favorite color to wear, to decorate with, Plus, with everything else going on this thing, we didn't need color for the words, but you could totally do whatever you want, okay? Perfect. Y'all, this is so good. I need to put that, reheat set this probably one more time because it doesn't seem to be holding super great right there. It kind of pulled up a little bit with my... This looks like I went to Home Goods and bought me a little notebook, if I'm being honest. So I think this is a winner. Now, I was thinking we could do these little pearls too. If I can do it. My gosh. I'm not going to do a ton of these, but I was thinking... This is perfect for a girly girl. Speaking of that, it's my other niece's birthday today, and she's the girliest of all the girls. She dresses super girly, but she does boy things. Like, she wants to, like, climb in trees and hang out of trees and ride her bike with no shoes on. But she also wants to do it while she's wearing a princess dress. Now, I am kind of skipping over the letters here. And I wish I would have thought a little bit more about this. Just a tiny bit more with my word placement, but it's fine. I couldn't do better at Home Goods, I don't think, for this little notebook. It's cute, right, Denise? I'm glad you like this. All right. And then we're almost there. I know this is a lot, but you gotta bedazzle the things, okay? If you're not bedazzling, you're not doing it correctly. All right. So there's my little pearls. Y'all, I think this is perfect. And then, of course, with the little bow, I think we put the bow like not at the top. So right there is perfect. And anyway, so there's the little notebook for my niece. What do y'all think? Do you think she's gonna love it? Anyways, I love you all. You can comment the word kind to go grab this all for yourself. And if you're looking for links, just send me a message and I'll send you a link to whatever you're looking for, okay? Love you. Have a great night. See ya.